Good morning, everyone. I went to Ollie's yesterday. It was Sunday, and I thought I would share with you. Uh-oh, we have interest. She has hiccups. I thought I would share with you what I got. I'm sitting on my bed because it's right next to a window and has some good natural light in the morning. So we'll start off with this Posh coloring book. This is my first Posh coloring book, and I don't know why. Probably because when it comes to these smaller books, with the images on both sides and stuff, I have four of the Art of Mindfulnesses, and I just figured, like, do I really need a Posh one? But this one is Posh Coloring Happy Doodles for Fun and Relaxation by Flora Chang, and it's just so cute. Like, the images in it are so different. I started this one last night just to test out the paper. I had some praying pencils next to my bed, so I just began coloring with those. And I like this paper. Right here on this flower, I did use a micron pen to make the lines here black. And it didn't really bleed through, but, you know, it does have a little bit of ghosting. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. So, I don't know how markers will do in this book. This might just end up being, you know, all colored pencil or crayons or gel crayon, that type of thing. But yes, the images were just so darling to me, so different. They have like a different, like, see the way the birds' heads are turned and the eye is kind of almost looks like it's looking at you from the side of the head. I don't know how to explain it, but maybe someone will know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, so yeah, it's just really cute. So I decided to add it to my collection, and this one was $1.99 at Ollie's. Then I got, you know what I've noticed, you guys? My Ollie's is dividing up the coloring books. They used to have them all in one spot, and now they have some adult coloring books in each section. In other words, if you're going down the section where there's like the Bibles and stuff, they'll stick adult coloring books that are religious over there. If you go down the area where they're like lawn and gardening and animals and that stuff, they'll have the animal books over there. So now I have to like go through the whole store. And that's where I found this one. I think it was by the books on drawing and how to draw and whatnot. But this one is called Dominion of Giants by Eric Messenger. And this is just a fantasy coloring book. And I do have the Tolkien book, but this one, like this picture here, it has a lot of markings on there for you, almost like a grayscale type effect, except they're using hash marks to show you where the dark areas would be if you don't know. But I just think that some of these images will come out super cool, and I kind of have a little collection going of things like this to color for Halloween coming up here all too quickly. If you love summer, doesn't that look like the Wolfman gone bad? So, and then on the back of the pages, you know, they have the little quotes, and then the empty lines there if you want to write down anything. And then there are some pages that give you the picture for an example, and then a color palette you could possibly use if you want to. So I thought this one was really cool, and I think my grandson will enjoy coloring in this with me. And it was 99 cents. The next two had to come home with me because I'd say the biggest part of my collection of books has to do with animals. That's the kind of thing I like to color. And this one is Blooming Animals by Filippo Cardu. He is an artist in Italy, and I like his art a lot. I think that, you know, this is in the style of Millie Murata in a lot of ways, because like this one here especially, you know, they're building a picture based on other elements to make the shape. And then there are some pages that do give you the little palette and sample page. But I didn't care. The reason that I liked this was because I love Millie Murata. Like, she's one of my favorite artists, but I have such a hard time with her books because of the paper and it being printed on both sides. Every single thing I have ever used has come through, except if you just use pencil. Even Crayola Super Tips have come through on me on her paper. So at least with these, you can color them any way you want, being that they're one-sided. Of course, you're going to ruin the quote and all that on the back, but I don't think many people care. And I do have a few different type of animals in here than what I've seen in some of Millie's books. Well, I only have 2 of Millie's books, so I can't say for sure all of them. But yeah, I think it's really cool. I like it a lot. And you get a lot of pages in the beginning to give you samples. And, you know, I used to ignore those. I would never, like, actually take the time to read through them. But I did read through this one last night, and all of his tips, like this one, for example, primary colors and variations. When we think of our primary colors, you know, we always think of red, blue, and yellow. And then, like he's saying, you know, try palettes with variations of these colors. So instead of blue, to use aqua blue. Instead of red, use peachy pink. Instead of yellow, use like a lemonade color. And you know, like things like that, you think you know, but you kind of forget until someone says it to you. And then, you know, of course, there's all of the information about him, and then things you can use in the book. So yes, I really had no hesitation buying this one. It was also 99 cents at Ollie's. They had a bunch. I don't know about your Ollie's. I'm in Ohio, so yeah. And then he had another book, Filippo Cardu, called Spirit Animals, and I was all about that because that is my kind of thing. Like, I loved it. Loved it. And I have a binder. I'll show it to you guys sometimes. A spirit animal binder, like animal totem binder, where I have collected pictures and coloring pages and information about all the animals that I feel connected to. So this one was a no-brainer. It was definitely coming home with me. A lot of the pictures are these half pictures, but that's fine because I'm going to color them and then put them in that binder that I was telling you about anyways, so it's no bother. But what I like about it is on the back, it will tell you like a toucan. The toucan's colorful appearance and large bill make it stand out. Like the toucan, you can enjoy being the center of attention. You want to be seen and heard. Though you have an entertaining personality, do not be afraid to show your true self. Key traits: showiness, pride, communication. So it tells you a little thing about each animal. That way, if you're drawn to a certain animal, you want to know why. Why do I like owls so much? Well, maybe because you're a night person. So this book is absolutely fascinating to me. And of course, it also was at 99 cents, like all their design originals at Ollie's. Okay, and then I got this one. Oh my god, I have never seen anything like this before in there, and I fell in love with this. This is one of those, you know, hardback books with the 100 designs in it. Like, I have the Star Wars one, so I don't know if the same... She still has hiccups. I don't know if they're made by the same people or not. Let me see what it says here. It says, 100 stunningly drawn illustrations and designs. This beautiful book evokes the mysterious motifs and imagery of Aztec and Mayan artwork and the physical and spiritual worlds from which they drew inspiration. Through coloring in this wonderful collection of steles and temples, motifs taken from traditional costumes and exotic flora and fauna, you will be transported to another time and place and discover your own path to creativity and relaxation. Okay, so here's what it tells you. Their other books in their series is My Fashion Coloring Book, Stained Glass, Extraordinary Gardens, Enchanted Forests, Mandalas, Celtic, and Buddhism. So I haven't seen any of the other ones there. but I will keep a lookout for them. So this was a $20 book here in the U.S. and I paid $1.99. And like I said, just I absolutely fell in love with it. I don't want to, it's like 100, like I said, 100 pages, so I don't want to flip through the whole book. If anybody wants me to flip through it, let me know, and I can do that. But you get you get a lot of wallpaper, but in this case I don't mind because it's patterns, and I don't know, it reminds me of clothes and textiles, and I like stuff like that. So, and then you do get some outdoor type pictures like landscapes or architecture pictures, and then you do get animals, and there's people, and there's flowers. So I mean, there's like everything. Everything that you would want, and I think in a coloring book as far as variety is concerned. And oh, look at that. I flipped through this book while I was there. Then I flipped through it in a car on the way home. I wasn't driving. And then I flipped through it last night. And every time I flip through it, I just see more things that I will absolutely enjoy coloring. So that is a little preview of what is in the Aztec 100 Images book. And like I said, if you want to see any more or all of the book, let me know. And that's it for coloring, but I did get one more thing, and hang on one second, I will get that. I'll put you on this hiccuping dog. Toto. Okay, so I did get a new sketchbook. This is by Hall Pass, I guess, American Crafts, out of Utah. It was $2.99. It says their price $6.99. I did Google this and I didn't see any other ones. Like I didn't see any on eBay or anything, so I'll have to take some time and look it up again if I like it. That is, I'm not a cat person, but this one has cats on it. It was the only one I saw there, and of course you can color the cats in with your markers, probably pencils too. But this is thick board, and this is a sketchbook, and it is not perforated, and that's one reason why I wanted it. And also this spiral, so when you're drawing it can lay open. I'll probably do Inktober in this book because I'll be already working in it by the time Inktober rolls around. But yep, the paper is it's not hideous. It's not as bad as Five Below sketchbooks. Don't ever buy a sketchbook at Five and Below. I bought one there. Well, actually, it was a gift from my husband, and you can't touch the paper because they're sealed in plastic, but the cover was pretty. And yeah, I have struggled with the paper. It's almost like children's coloring book paper. So I don't like their sketchbooks, but for a cheap sketchbook, this one will do me just fine for what I want to use it for. And like I said, it was $2.99, and there is 80 pages in there. So that is it. That's my Ollie's haul and a little Toto. And I wish you a wonderful week, everyone, and I will see you next time. Thank you.